Hi everybody, it's Dara, and I am hungry. It's lunchtime, and I'm making raw food as usual. Sometimes I do make cooked, clean cooking, but for the most part, I really feel, and I know for myself, that eating a high, raw, plant-based, lots of leafy greens diet and living this lifestyle is going to prevent disease, okay? So beyond all of the pretty food like these radishes and the beautiful green butteriness of the avocado and the fabulous bitterness of the dandelion greens and the tartness of the lemon and the gorgeous color and the vitamin C, beyond all of the flavor of the shallots and the cuteness of the little mung beans, all of these things I'm using, beyond all of that is that this food detoxifies us. Not only is it gorgeous and delicious and just life affirming, it really detoxifies our body, it alkalizes us, it helps us to get rid of fungus and bacteria and parasites and all of the things that feed on the bad food that's in our diets, in the standard American diet, and standard not so good processed diet no matter where you're living. So if we want to ensure vitality and a youthfulness and a color, and I don't mean that we're going to stay young forever, because for me it's not about longevity and youth, it's about having color to my skin and to be living in color. So if we are what we eat, then eating this color is going to make us vibrant, and I can see the difference when people are eating a high plant-based diet or a diet high in plant-based foods. I can see a color to them and a vibrancy. And a lot of times people look gray to me and they look dull and they look a little lifeless. And when we're eating a lot of this food, we're vibrant. And so you'll notice, if you just give yourself a couple weeks of eating a lot of raw food, you'll notice that your perceptions change, your perceptions of other people, your perceptions of animals, sensitivity to beauty and to sound and to taste and to life and spirit becomes just brighter, and it's just the synchronicities become more available. So it's not only the physical things of youth and beauty and libido and brightness and sparkly, it's the spiritual things that happen as well. So on that note, when I'm hungry, I go into my refrigerator, I grab what's there. I'm happy to say that I have radishes that I didn't use the other day, and I had left them out and they got a little wilty, and so I put them in water in the refrigerator and they got snappy again. So these radishes will break up mucus. Mucus is formed by toxic food. Toxic food can be cooked food. Toxic food can be poison food. It can be food with chemicals and cheeses, and so when we eat mucus, grapefruit breaks up mucus and radishes break up mucus, citrus does, and so that's going to help our bodies. Mucus forms around toxins to help it move through the body. We don't want the mucus sitting there. So I have romaine. We want our chlorophyll and our fiber from our leafy greens. It's going to act as a pre-probiotic in our bodies to help our bodies build healthy flora. So the healthy bacteria, the healthy flora, combats the germs that come along. And I'm always telling my daughter, our immune systems, our body's ecology, our immune systems are the thing that we want to keep healthy at all times, because there are germs everywhere. And the germs are not going to kill us. It's the bad bacteria when our immune system is not, and our body's ecology isn't up to snuff. When our immune system is, if we're constantly putting in food that we think is food, and our body's treating it like a toxin and it wants it out, then when a real germ comes along, the real big bad ones, then we are not prepared properly, because we want our healthy bacteria to combat the bad ones. So I'm putting in dulse. I love having some dulse for those of you who would like to up in iodine and minerals. Plus it's chewy and salty and delicious. So I buy Maine Post sea vegetables. I don't like the sprinkled dulse as much because it's kind of fishy. This is what I like, and I break it apart. Yes? So I have lemon for vitamin C. Our skin, notice if you eat a lot of oranges, you're going to notice your skin being brighter and dewier and firmer. I'm going to have some vitamin C today. So we've got dulse, we've got romaine, we've got avocado. I have a bowl of dandelion greens here. Dandelion is a weed, and if we weren't so busy fertilizing and spraying and pesticiding our yards, we could have our own natural dandelions and not need to go buy them, right? In the market. It's kind of funny. We're killing the weed in our garden and buying it at the market. But I do buy it from the farmer, and I don't have pesticides in my front yard. I have kale and collard and stuff like that. So here's the dandelion greens. They will help detoxify our liver. So our livers get fatty, animal foods, livers get kind of poisoned from alcohol. So this kind of helps us along. Dandelion juice is the bomb if you want to drink dandelion in your juice. Great. Dandelion's bitter, so I will add a fat. And my fat today looks like it's avocado, but it also could be almond butter, or tahini is a favorite of mine as a base or in a salad dressing because it's got calcium from the sesame seeds and protein. And I will tell you, I've been mostly raw vegan for a long time. It's been, I don't know, 9 years. And aside from a 1-year hiatus, which you can see if any of you are curious about my how I went raw mini story, there's a video up. But for the most part, I've been eating a vegan raw diet, and I have excellent B12 and excellent vitamin D and excellent, all the other blood levels are just perfect. The only thing that took a hit, which has nothing to do with food, was my thyroid, and that was post-pregnancy. So I manage my health by reducing stress, ideally no stress, and by eating this way. And for those of you who are wondering, the only reason I'll say my age is because I feel like I'm getting better, obviously wiser, but better. And I'm 48 years young. 48 turns around the sun, and I don't think we have to believe in the aches and pains or things that happen as we have more turns around the sun, more fun. I need this. I'm going to cut in a shallow. So I have a friend who was watching my videos for before she was my friend. She was a YouTube family member, and she joined more with Dara. And she told me once that she had been watching these videos for about a year while she was sitting eating potato chips. It made me giggle. I'm like, really? And she said, yeah, I just kind of sit and watch them. I like them. But then one day you said how old you are or how young. And she's like, that's it. She's my age. And she was like, that's it. I'm starting this raw food thing. So I say that for those of you who start to think, oh, we gotta gain weight and we're supposed to, and it's hormonal, and oh, you know, this thing and that thing and menopause, and it's all so manageable. No symptoms, no gray hair. So I think that our diets are just so much more important than we were ever taught to pay attention to. We were supposed to pay attention to the social aspects. We were taught to pay attention to it tasting good and having like meat and potatoes and a green on your plate, which now we know starch and protein don't go together. But it's just so funny, like, it's just so funny because not one doctor ever said, how's your colon? Is it clean? Are you eating enough fiber? It's just crazy. So that's why I make these videos, because I really want to, at the bottom line, the very bottom line is prevent disease. Like, I really want to help people know that they can take charge. We all can take charge of our health. And the toxic stuff, the Diet Cokes and the Red Bulls and the whatever's, you know, lotions people are putting on their body that's toxic goes into the bloodstream, and it is not helping our liver. Not the liver, our livers are. So anyway, I have mung beans. You can grow these at home. Mung beans are inexpensive. You go look at a YouTube video on sprouting mung beans. I think I have one, but mung beans are so easy to grow at home. Protein, chlorophyll, they're adorable. They're crunchy, they're satisfying. So far, so good. I finally found glass bowls so you could see through what I'm doing. Radish, there's a lot of things that radishes do, but namely right now I'm interested, I think they aid in digestion, break up mucus, they're crunchy and spicy and delicious, and it looks like sometimes I do a bottom of the bowl salad, and that means where I mix the dressing at the bottom of the bowl and then put the veggies in. But right now, I guess I'm going to make a dressing separately, and that will consist of lemon juice. And my friend Lillian brought me these lemons from her uncle's yard. So we will have fresh. Oh, the smell of it just already gets me happy. If you're ever traveling on an airplane or a road trip, wherever you're traveling, citrus is so good. It just freshens you up. It's a mood elevator. I wanted my strainer. Here it is. So, the pits aren't going to hurt us, but they will make it bitter. So, a little bit of vitamin C. Delicious. So here we go. We have lemon. I'm going to get the okay, so I have 3 things here I want to show you. One, Essential Living's organic raw almond butter is delicious. Love that. I also have Living Tree raw sesame tahini, organic and alive, so I want that in. And I got Annie's Naturals organic. I'm a huge fan of horseradish and mustard. And this one has just apple cider vinegar, mustard seed, clove, horseradish. This is all natural and all organic. So I prefer, and I always usually make things I always make my things from scratch, but I decided to try this the other day, and I put it in a seed pate, and it was delicious. So I wanted to give you that tip. Okay, and we have salt. Now, of course, we can do whatever spices we want. Horseradish, we could do mustard, we could do garlic, we could do any spices that you like. And we can keep it simple because there's enough flavor going on here. Okay. I added elderberry extract once and made an elderberry oniony. It's sweet and a little bit of sweet. So I have coconut nectar to add a little sweetness for the dandelion. We got a little sweet, a little fat. It helps manage the dandelion. I always like spicy. So I'm going to use chili flakes. So this is just a simple lunch, easy to do, and I have this avocado. I might as well use it. It's beautiful. Now, let's talk about how we eat. We're going to sit down. We're going to be quiet. We're going to mindfully chew our food, appreciate it. Maybe set the table for yourself, and when we're eating alone, it's really nice to treat ourselves nicely. Maybe pour some juice into a wine glass and sit there. Okay, now we can, I think I need a little bit of liquid in here. A little bit of water too. It's delicious. So it's a very liquidy consistency. You could keep this in the refrigerator for a week easy. It will get spicier as it goes if you add the heat. I'm happy to say that it's another raw food day. Some days are heavier than others. Some days are lighter than others. When you can, have a green juice, have a green soup. And there we have it. If you want to add, if you need some crunch, it's nice to add maybe a little bit of mashed avocado on one of these crackers. Okay? I like her Doctor in the Kitchen crackers. They're crispy and light. That's good. And also, if you wanted to, put This, in a wrap, you could take a paleo wrap made from just coconut and put that in and wrap it up, and that's really satisfying. So bon appetit, everybody. Get your greens on, and I will see you really soon.